What is your recourse if a cop says they smell weed? There's not much you can do there at the stop. Just don't let them use it to try to get you to consent to a search of your car if you don't want them to search. If they can get you to consent, they do not need to ever convince a judge that they had probable cause. I don't know how that smells. Do not say, there's no weed. Check if you want. They're lying in the hopes you'll consent to a search. Don't fall for it. Say you don't consent to a search. Make them waste their time calling out the drug-sniffing dogs if they want. But don't give up your rights. They've already shown they're liars. Don't give them access to your car and let them plant stuff. Lots of folks here saying they need a warrant to search your car. That is not correct under federal law. A doctrine called the automobile exception allows police to search a vehicle so long as they have probable cause to believe that a crime has been committed. In jurisdictions where cannabis is illegal, the noticeable smell of it will usually suffice to establish probable cause. The justification for the doctrine is that cars are mobile, and if the cop left to get a warrant, the driver could simply leave the scene. The right to search is not absolute, though. If you have a lockbox in your car, the police cannot search that box without probable cause to believe it contains evidence of a crime. To the point of the original question, if the cop says they smell weed, you do not have to say anything, nor should you be tricked into saying anything. Their implied question. They have not asked a question. They have made a statement. You can just say, am I being detained or am I free to go? Quote, if they ask whether you smell it, you can say, I'm sorry, but I don't talk to the police, or, I'm sorry, but I don't answer investigatory questions. If they ask whether they can search the car, say, I do not consent to the search. If they say they are going to search the car, tell them that you don't consent to the search. Do nothing to facilitate the search until you are ordered to do so, and confirm that you are being ordered to do it. If they tell you to step out of the car, ask, are you ordering me to step out of the car? Do this for any direct command. The idea is that nothing you are doing is voluntary. You consent to none of it, and the police must order you to do everything at every stage. This can't stop them from searching the car or arresting you if they find drugs. But it will give your lawyer the maximum amount to work with following your arrest. And if you are arrested, state clearly both that you will not answer any questions and that you want a lawyer. Hit M with the, whoever smelled it dealt it, and search them instead. I smell bacon. That's interesting. I smell dug nuts. Stating that you do not give consent is quite important. It will give the officers pause and then they will try to scare you more by saying, well, not consenting is suspicious. They can say all they want, but bottom line, if they are asking for your permission, they don't have it. Officer can proceed without your permission when they have outside factors. Maybe someone reported something or you match a description. I would comply even if they piss me off. Still not consenting, but if they keep repeating for you to exit your vehicle or get on the ground or open your vehicle, keep repeating, I don't give my consent but I am complying with your orders, you might have to comply with BS order, but if you act smart you can get that all thrown out. Acting smart around cops is just doing exactly what they say. Do not physically resist them. Use your words once and then comply. They will probably have you all recorded anyways. Check your state laws though to be safe. You're in Oregon, officer. That's just the way the Pacific Northwest smells. I had a cop do this while my friend and I were packaging up a bunch we just got while sitting in my car in a parking lot. We saw him pull in and shoved it all behind my radio that pulled out and behind the glove box. He came up and tapped on the window. At the time I had a '96 Civic without power windows and the window crank handle had broken off. He stood there very patiently as my window jerked down an inch at a time with every quarter crank I could give the handle. He leans and asked what we were doing. I told him we're waiting for a friend to get off of work and stopped to decide where we wanted to eat while we waited. He asked if it smelled like weed and I replied, "You know, I didn't smell it before. But since you walked up I think I get what you're saying." He told us to have a nice day and walked away. Guessing he wanted to try to plant something IDK. Maybe I'm just lucky. Even if there is none, a search can do nothing but incriminate you. So whatever you do, don't consent. No, officer. I don't smoke pot, and no one that has been in my car does. Quote, I'm going to search your car. Do you have a warrant, sir? Quote, no. Quote, then I'll wait here while you get one. Then call your lawyer friend. While you wait. Impossible. I am a substance abuse counselor. We have breathalyzers daily before work and urine screens weekly. Not using weed is an enforced requirement of my job. I don't know what that smells like. If they want to look around, beware of tricks. Can I search your car? You should say no. But do you mind if I search your car? You should say yes. Best to be completely unambiguous so tricks like that don't work. I do not consent to any search. Whenever you get pulled over, be sure to review your ACLU bust card while you're waiting for the cop to walk up to the window. Feel free to let the cop see it sitting on your dashboard. https://www.acclu.org/sites/default/files/fielddocument/bustcarding20100630.pdf. I once had a cop pull that on me. I snickered at him and said, no, it doesn't. He didn't say another word about it. I do not consent to a search of my person or vehicle, repeat ad nauseum. Make them get a warrant. They'll quit doing this to people if their time is wasted over and over. And people stand up for their rights. If by some wild coincidence they do find something, your attorney has some traction to find a reason for dismissal. I had a cop try to do this to me. He kept asking if he could search my car and I kept telling him there's nothing in my car and I don't smoke. Which was the truth. After about 5 minutes he just let me leave. Officer, what you're smelling is pine. Taps air freshener. Could also say something along the lines of, no one smokes anything in this vehicle, including cigarettes. I'm trying to maintain the trade in value. But let's be honest. Asshole cop is gonna find a reason to search your vehicle if they want to. Assert your rights. Object to searches. Shut up and comply with orders. A good lawyer will get it thrown out if they find anything. The time for objection is, sadly, after they've violated your rights. My daughter refused a search, so they brought a dog to sniff the outside of the car. The dog didn't pick up on anything, so they let her go with a warning for her dark tint. She later said the dog wasn't that good as she did have a little in the car. This also was probably 10 years ago. I do not consent to any searches. I want a lawyer. Am I being detained? From this point on, the only words to come out of your mouth should be those 3 sentences. Or your full name, legal address, and date of birth. Do not argue with the cop. For every good answer there are infinitely many wrong answers. Impossible. I never smoke in my car. Legal or illegal. You can't physically stop them from doing whatever they want without risking getting hurt. But if you tell them you don't consent to searches, then they may not have a case against you if they search without reasonable suspicion. Keep a cool head. Be as professional as they should be to you.
If you enjoyed this video, Please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.